Did you know that college students spend an average of 17 hours a week preparing for classes, yet only about 30% feel they're using their time effectively? Quite a conundrum, isn't it? Welcome to the productivity paradox, a space where time spent doesn't always equate to tasks accomplished. As college students, we are constantly juggling a whirlwind of assignments, lectures, and extracurriculars, not to mention trying to squeeze in some semblance of a social life. The hustle and bustle often leave us feeling like hamsters on a wheel, constantly running but never really moving forward. And this, my friends, is where the paradox lies. You see, being busy doesn't necessarily mean being productive. It's not about how many hours you put in, it's about what you put into those hours. And that's what we're here to explore today, the art of effective organization and productivity. We're going to delve into strategies and hacks that can transform the way you navigate college life. So buckle up, because we're about to embark on a journey to crack the productivity code. If you're part of the 70% who feel like they're struggling, this video might just change your college life. Remember the last time you pulled an all-nighter for a test? You probably thought, if only I had started earlier. We've all been there, haven't we? The caffeine-fueled late-night study sessions, the frantic last-minute cramming, the sheer panic as the clock ticks closer to that deadline, and the regret, oh, the regret. Why didn't I start earlier? We lament as we promise ourselves, next time I'll plan better. And that, my friends, is where the power of planning comes into play. Planning is like a roadmap for your tasks and goals. It gives you a clear direction and helps you stay on track. It's like having a personal assistant, always there to remind you of what's next on your agenda. Think of it like this. Imagine you're on a journey. You wouldn't just jump in the car and start driving without knowing where you're going, would you? You'd map out your route, plan your stops, and make sure you have enough fuel for the trip. The same principle applies to your tasks and goals. Without a plan, you're just aimlessly wandering, wasting time and energy that could be better spent. Now you might be thinking, but I'm not a planner. I can't even keep track of my socks, let alone a schedule. Well, guess what? There are tools for that. Whether you're a pen and paper person or a digital devotee, there's a planner out there for you. From traditional day planners to sophisticated digital apps, these tools can help you organize your tasks, set reminders, and even track your progress. But planning isn't just about scheduling tasks. It's also about anticipating obstacles and preparing for them. It's about setting realistic goals and breaking them down into manageable tasks. And most importantly, it's about giving yourself the time and space to do your best work. So, the next time you find yourself scrambling to meet a deadline or cramming for a test, remember this. The power of planning is in your hands. With a little planning, you can avoid those midnight cramming sessions and sail smoothly through your coursework. Have you ever sat in a lecture, furiously scribbling notes, only to realize later that they make no sense? It's a common predicament, isn't it? Well, it doesn't have to be. Let's delve into the art of note-taking. Think of note-taking as a form of artistry. It's not just about capturing information. It's about creating a masterpiece of knowledge that you can refer back to, a canvas where information comes to life. The key is to find a method that turns this task into a seamless, enjoyable process. Take the Cornell method, for instance. This technique is like having a conversation with your notes. You divide your page into two columns. On one side, you jot down key points during the lecture, and on the other, you write questions or comments that come to mind. It's a dynamic way of learning that encourages you to actively engage with the material. Then there's the method of mind mapping, a visual note-taking style that resembles the branches of a tree. Starting with a central idea, you draw lines to connect related thoughts, creating a web of interconnected ideas. This method has a way of making even the most complex topics manageable and visually appealing. Now, let me share a personal anecdote. Once upon a time, I was drowning in a sea of disorganized notes. It was during a particularly challenging course, and I was struggling to keep up. That's when I discovered the Cornell method. The transformation was astonishing. Suddenly, I was no longer just passively copying down information. I was questioning, commenting, engaging. My understanding deepened, and my recall improved. It was like discovering a secret language, a code that unlocked the mysteries of the course material. Whether you choose the Cornell method, mind mapping, or another technique, the goal is to make your notes work for you. They should be a tool, an ally in your quest for knowledge. Remember, good notes are the key to unlocking your academic potential. So why not start refining your note-taking artistry today? Ever found yourself staring at a textbook, reading the same line over and over again? That's your brain crying out for a break. It's not about being lazy. It's about working smarter. See, our brains are not wired to maintain focus for extended periods. They need regular intervals of rest to recharge and maintain productivity. Enter the Pomodoro Technique, a time management gem that harnesses the magic of breaks. The idea is simple. Work for 25 minutes, then take a 5-minute break. After completing 4 of these cycles, take a longer break, about 15 to 30 minutes. This rhythm helps keep your mind fresh and focused, preventing burnout and keeping productivity at its peak. Remember, breaks are not a waste of time. They're a crucial part of the process. They give your brain the chance to rest, refresh, and gear up for the next round of deep work. So next time you're on the brink of a study marathon, hit pause, take a walk, stretch, breathe. Don't underestimate the power of a well-timed break. Finally, the secret weapon of successful college students, saying no. Now, this might sound counterintuitive. After all, college is all about seizing opportunities, right? But here's the catch. Not all opportunities are created equal. Imagine this. You're in the middle of studying for a major exam when an invitation pops up on your phone. It's your friends planning an impromptu movie night. Now you're faced with a decision. Do you put your books aside and join the fun, or do you stay put, focusing on your studies? This is where the power of saying no comes into play. It's about understanding your priorities and making decisions that align with them. It's not about turning down every social event or extracurricular activity. Rather, it's about discerning which tasks will bring you closer to your goals and which ones are merely distractions in disguise. Learning to say no can be a challenge, especially in a college environment where FOMO, that's fear of missing out by the way, runs rampant. But here's a little secret. Every time you say no to a distraction, you're saying yes to productivity. You're saying yes to your goals. You're saying yes to success. Here's an anecdote to illustrate this. Steve Jobs, the co-founder of Apple, once said, "Innovation is saying no to 1,000 things." Think about that. One of the most successful entrepreneurs of our time attributed his success not to the things he did, but to the things he chose not to do. And that's the ultimate productivity hack. Learning to say no. It's about making conscious decisions about how you spend your time, about recognizing that every commitment is a trade-off. It's about understanding that you can't do everything, and that's perfectly okay. Remember, your time is precious. Use it wisely. You have the power to shape your college experience into one of productivity and success. It all starts with that simple 2-letter word, no.